Action going with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game, losing to the New Orleans Pelicans. To the inside, here's Giannis. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Shot clock at 6. Baseline try. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And here are the Bulls now. Pass to DiVincenzo. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Paul George. And here's George. He'll bring it up to the Hornets. Here's Bull. It's up a 3. That shot off.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot off.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Caught up with Coach Charles Lee. And he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now, here is George. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Here's Caruso. Outside for George. The high post shot, and the jumper is good.
What a wonderful shot to have in your arsenal. 3-level scorer gets to the midi. We see you, PG.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to George. Over in the corner, White. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Broke loose. And stolen by Caruso. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Hornets shooting their first free throw tonight. Throw good, Paul George. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Now, here is George. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over George. George, no good. And Gilgeous Alexander's got the ball here for the Bulls. Now DiVincenzo. Outside Covington. On the wing, Gilgeous Alexander. A baseline J. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous Alexander. Yes, that goes in. Caruso's got 5 now.
Derek White does a little bit of absolutely everything for this team, and what I love the most, his ability to pass it at a high level.
Now, here's George. Still without a basket. Giannis inside. And no good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. Here's George. Outside, Porzingis. Pass to White. Back to Porzingis. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Gilgeous Alexander. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
How good is Paul George at getting separation? He uses the screen perfectly and sticks it to the defense.
Now, here's Clark. Pass to Gilgeous Alexander. Can they get it? He takes it up and lays it in.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, so dangerous in pick and roll. He's going to keep you off balance because he can score it or facilitate.
White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous Alexander. Charlotte moving the ball around.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bulls trail by 3. Picked by Clark. And a wide open look for Gilgeous Alexander. Misses the jumper.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Pass to Caruso. Now here's White. Clock at 6. From deep, George. George missing again.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
To the paint. Here's Thompson. And Bull pulls it down. Charlotte leading by 3. And here is Caruso. He's got 5. Pass to White. Back to Caruso. They get it back. Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And some changes here for the Hornets. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up off the glass.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Melton with the ball. Done outside. Back to Melton. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop. That one misses. Done with some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now, here's Melton. Pass to Reddish. 6 to shoot. And it's Miller penetrating. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Dort.
Yeah, powering through the foul there. Miller showing some serious intensity.
That free throw good from Miller. And you know, Brandon Miller may not have the experience, Doris, so far in the NBA, but boy, does he have a feel for the game.
And Kevin, that to me is something you can't teach. The ability at a young age to read situations well. He can mix his pace. He can create his own space for his shot. The game has already seemed to slow down for this young guy.
And here's Melton. After the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Charlotte again missing.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Tries the spin move. Pass to Prince. No good. That would have tied it. Hornets leading by 3. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the first. He takes it in, and that one drops.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Bulls making a switch here. There's 42 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mitchell outside. Giannis outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Now here's Reddish. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Melton. From outside the arc. Drops in the tray. And it's an 8-point Charlotte lead. And here's Prince outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Melton, no good. Bulls trailed by 8. Now Mitchell. Pass to DiVincenzo. It's Prince on the wing. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Prince has got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Bulls. Here's Melton. Pass to Reddish. Miller, right side. From past the arc. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And nice mechanics from Miller there. Ready to fire as that pass was coming.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Pass to Miller. Reddish with the ball. Back to Miller. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Again, the Hornets score.
Yeah, there's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Mitchell outside. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Tristan Thompson.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Count the basket.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Here's Melton. From down in the low post, it goes. Melton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hornets. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Miller grabs the miss. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Back to Dunn. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low. Here's Thompson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Assisted by
Thompson's got his first 2 points.
And this guy, Tristan Thompson, understands how to score in the paint. Such nice touch right there.
Miller outside. From downtown. Rebound by the Bulls. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. And stolen by Miller. And here we go. For the finish. And Reddish with the slam.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
substitution on the court.
Bulls trail by 9. Giannis outside. Over in the corner, Dort. Back to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Powers through inside, Giannis.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
George with the ball. 5 points in the game. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 8 points. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
Caruso with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Giannis. Giannis flies the other way.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
Miller outside. Lets it go with the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Goes up off the inbound. And the shot goes down. He's got 11.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Now here's Caruso. Inside. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Miller with a wide open look. And he's good on the three ball. Miller's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Pass to DiVincenzo. And it's off from three-point range. Charlotte leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
And George with the stuff.
You see an opportunity if you're Paul George, say the athleticism is still a part of who I am.
Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Caruso with the steal. And here we go with Miller running up the court. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Now Covington. Bol covering, and the shot is good.
And it does a lot for Covington when he can finish through contact. Gives him the confidence to take it inside, even when there's traffic.
Back to Caruso. Pass to George. Driving to the basket. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. There's Miller with the three. It's hauled in by Giannis. Pass to DiVincenzo. Screen by Antetokounmpo. And the Bulls get it back. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Porzingis with the steal. Outside, George. Shoots over Dort. And there's another one for the Hornets. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
And just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
White with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Reddish, no good. Bulls trail by 15. Pass to DiVincenzo. Chicago with a new 14. Here's Giannis. Porzingis with the block.
A swat by Porzingis, that wingspan, letting you know he's in the house.
And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Poked away, and Derek White picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 13.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
They set the pick. Here's White. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Hornets lead by 15.
Well, Derek White, fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Bulls trail by 15. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 13. Takes the three. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 16.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
George with no one around. That's the end. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the Hornets. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Here's White. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A 12-point game. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time.
Oh, he is absolutely unstoppable right now. Paul George in rhythm. Look out.
Bulls trail by 14. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, DA. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time.
Team foul.
That's his first foul. 90 seconds now into the second half. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Bull.
And you can put Miller on either side of that pick and roll action. He has a terrific IQ.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 points for him. George with the steal. Knocked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's DiVincenzo. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
And here's White. George, that's a two-pointer. That one off the back iron and out. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And it's Miller picking him up. And Miller with the block.
And good length and athleticism give Miller an advantage at the defensive end.
Bulls trailed by 11. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Hornets leading by 11. George with the ball. 16 points for him. Pass to Miller. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Bulls trail by 13. Giannis outside. Giannis slashing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Giannis has got 10 points.
And no one in the league does it better. Giannis feeling the contact there, almost using that to propel himself for the finish.
Screen by Porzingis. Over in the corner, Caruso. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Now here's Caruso. 5 points in the game. This one for 3. It's Clark with the rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Chicago. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. There's the 3. Here's Giannis. Down low, inside. Giannis drops it in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now Melton, he's got 7, and it's Josh Christopher with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
On the wing, Melton. Shot clock at 6. Elbow shot is on the way.
With his length and athleticism and basketball smarts, how about the contest by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Excellent defense.
Buries it down low. Now just a 5-point Hornets lead.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Pass to Porzingis. Over Giannis. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the night.
Just such a good feel for the game. Porzingis sees that clock dwindling, stays calm. Money in the bank, baby.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Number 44, Robert Covington.
Pass to Giannis. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Caruso. He's got 5. Down low. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Easy money for Kristaps Porzingis. That's 7-3 we're talking about.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Charlotte foul call. Done. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Off the inbound pass. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Pass to Caruso. Fires from deep. Knocks down the 3 ball. Caruso's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Derek White.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
Right a screen. Wide open look. Rebound by the Bulls.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Kicks it out to Covington. Over to the left wing. And to Kumbo inside. He's got 17. 4 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
And with that 7'6" wingspan, Porzingis has always been a big-time shot blocker.
So both teams changing it up here. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And the Bulls making a change here. Just 2 to shoot. And again, Chicago, no good.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
In the corner, Bull with it. Offline with his 3. Bulls trailed by 7. Prince outside. Pass to Christopher. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Biombo with the block.
Well, Biombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Charlotte.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Miller outside. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Well, you love how Paul George finishes on the drive. That is a powerful dunker right there.
Here's Christopher. Hasn't made one yet. Goes up on the high post. The Hornets pull it in.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Miller outside. Launches it. Drills the three-pointer. Miller's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
With the drive, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Caruso looking for an opening. Spins. George converts after the nice spin. George has got 20 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And so it's the Charlotte. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Chicago. Down by 12. On the wing, Giannis. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And here's White. Pass to Miller. Outside, George. Back to Miller. To the paint. Wants to get it to Biombo and does. And he's off on his first shot of the game. Bulls trail by 12. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Chicago ball.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
The turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Prince outside. On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's Biombo with the rebound.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Outside, White. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Outside, George. Pass to Miller. Off with the layup. Bulls trail by 12. Hanedan up top. Clark outside. Into the lane. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one is on Bull.
First team foul.
Looking nimble on the drive there. Once Clark sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to exploit.
Hornets leading by 10. Outside, George. Drops in the layup for 2. George has got 22 points.
Once Paul George has the first couple go down, now he knows he's cooking, and it's going to be a long night.
Puts the move on. Up again. Oh, and Giannis puts it right back in.
After taking some time to find his rhythm, he's been unstoppable since the break.
George with the ball. Has to be Biombo. And here's White. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Just 5 to shoot. Here is Miller. The rebound by Prince. Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires away from outside. From beyond the arc and then some. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now, here's George. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by White.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, during the break, listen in with Charles Lee and his team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Out to Miller. No good on the triple.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Porzingis with the steal. From deep, George. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And they'll get another chance. Covington with it. Now guarded by Dunn. And again, no good by Chicago.
And maybe, he thinks he can cheat himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
A wide open look here for Porzingis. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Driving the lane. Over in the corner, Dort. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 here in this quarter. Now Caruso. Outside, George. Lets the 3 fly. Nailed from three-point land. George has got 11 in the second half. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Covington. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Off target from outside.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Here's Caruso. Pass to Miller. Back to Caruso. Clock at 4. Chicago grabs the miss. And here is Mitchell. And here's Thompson. Pass to Covington. Back to Thompson. And Bull pulls it down. Hornets leading by 5. Caruso with the ball. Now here is Miller. Drills it from outside. Miller's got 19 points.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Mitchell looking it over. Pass to DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit 1 in the first half, too.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's George, and it's in there. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, very efficient. Paul George is a finisher in the painted area.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Basket, good. Antetokounmpo's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And you know, he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
2 minutes remaining.
It's Miller on the wing. No one near him. And Charlotte again with the bucket. Bulls trailed by 7. Pass to Covington. And here is DiVincenzo. From outside, off the mark.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
That's tipped. In by Porzingis. 5 to shoot. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
You simply have to respect the shooting touch with Porzingis. That time, he gets the defender closing out, but nowhere near in time.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that stretches their lead to 8. Chicago with the ball. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Bull pulls it down. Ball's knocked loose. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Antetokounmpo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
The ball goes to Chicago.
Let's go.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. It's offline from half court.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. A three from Porzingis. Hornets keep it alive. To the inside. Pass to Caruso.